Here we go. On to the second half we go here on the west side of the San Joaquin Valley at Chuck Garton Stadium here in Coalinga, California. I'm Brian Welch, the voice of your Horned Toads. Apologies for the technical difficulties. We have them resolved. Hopefully we will not crash. You stay right here on my YouTube channel, Brian Welch. If we do crash, we'll keep bringing you the action here from Chuck Garton Stadium alongside with the former Horned Toad, Blake Wong. Blake, a very fun and very interesting first half indeed. A defensive slugfest. 7 points were put on the board by the Toros. 6 touchdown put on the board by the Toads. At the end of that first half, PAT is blocked. Hopefully that does not come down to the end of the game right there. But thoughts about how the first half went?
Man, really eventful first half. You know, some people would say, it was boring, no points were scored. But, man, it was really interesting, really, it's awesome to be here tonight watching two defenses battle it out, This is something the Toads haven't seen, all seasons. A team that can play defense up to their level, get the stops and then march down the field and hold the ball for that long. It
looks like you see this Toros defense. You see this team reminds me of how Mendota plays, like how Beto Mejia coaches his team. Very hard, physical team. You look at this. I mean, we expect a defensive battle. How can you stop that Toros offense? That Toros offense, it feels like they're on rails.
Right, so I think they obviously are a great running team, but I think you have to make them beat you through the air, right? Put another guy in the box, shut down the run, but we also are having some meltdowns with 3rd and 10, 3rd and manageable. This Toads defense, though, was very locked down, though, We very comparable to that 1991 team, Valley Championship team with his son actually plays, Terrence Wojowoda and Luke Wojowoda. It's awesome to see that they both play, on defense.
That's right.
They're both DB, safety, and they both are ball hawks, right? I know that defense 1991 only allowed 54 points the whole season, which I think was the best in the state during that year.
That's correct. As we get ready to go here on the west side of the San Joaquin Valley, buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be in store for a bumpy ride here for the quarterfinal round of the CIF Central Section Division IV playoffs. As you heard in our halftime show, if you were able to hear it during the halftime show, Shafter High School is leading 28-7 against Golden Valley. The winner of this game will either take on, don't want to presume right now, probably take on a Shafter squad on the road in Shafter. By the way, Shafter, a really intense environment indeed in Kern County. Can the Horned Toads get to Shafter? We shall see. Yeah. We have 24 more minutes of play here on the west side of the San Joaquin Valley. Apologies for the technical difficulties earlier as we get ready to rumble here in Coalinga for the second half. Once again, the Toros won the toss at the beginning of the game. They elected to first, so they'll have the ball to start off the second half. If you're Coach Pease right now, Blake, what do you think that statement was to his defense at halftime here at the stadium?
I'd be feeling really good. We had 2 minutes to go score. They went down, did their job, scored the ball. Defense, let's get some stops, right? Let's stop the run game, right? Stuff the run. Let's own the line of scrimmage, right? That's a battle. It's a pride thing. That's what it's really going to come down to.
So as we get ready to go here in the heart of Coalinga, your Horned Toads in their black uniforms, black helmets with the orange numbering, the Toros of Matilda Torres High School out of the North Yosemite League in their white uniforms, silver helmets, kind of reminiscent of the Ohio State Buckeyes look with the gray pants and the red and white trim down the side. So we get ready to go here in the second half. Pull up your favorite chair. 24 minutes of action to go here in the heart of the San Joaquin Valley as Ernesto Villanueva Rodriguez puts the ball on the tee. As the Horned Toads will be kicking off left to right. The Toros will be moving right to left on your screen. They'll start off the second half. Everybody take one big, deep breath. Here we go. Ernesto Villanueva Rodriguez has the ball on the tee. And he puts the ball into play and right away here in the second half. It will be taken by Bass. Bass with a little bit of a turn to the 10. He's to the 15. Gets to around the 20-yard line. Gets past the 20-yard line to the 22. And that's where the Toros will start off their drive to start off the second half. We talked about this before, Blake. An offense of the Toros kind of reminds me of like a boa constrictor. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna constrict the defense. We're going to play keep away. Kind of reminds me of a service academy like Air Force, Army, or Navy plays. As if you're Torres right now, Blake, do you just want to just keep doing the same thing?
Well, yeah, that's what worked in the first half, right? Keep that going, right? Keep away with the play keep away and not let the Totes having the ball on offense.
So here they go. You're going to see a lot of switcheroo here. Soriano in the gun, moving to right to left on your screen here. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right, tailback to his left hip. Soriano fakes the handoff, throws it quickly, and it's going to be caught by Nila, and he's going to get past the 40-yard line. Nilo with the grab. It's actually, they're going to say incomplete pass because he wasn't able to hold on. Okay, then. It's actually Jaden Pena a little bit slow to get up. Jaden Pena walking a little bit gingerly. I know you being the assistant coach for boys basketball, that has gotten your attention there a little bit there, Blake.
Just a really tough kid, you know. When he says that he has to sub himself out, then you know he's actually hurt. He's just a workhorse.
So here they go, 2nd and 10 for the Toros, moving to right to left on your screen. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right, tailback to his right hip. Here comes Soriano in the gun, moving to right to left on your screen, hands it off, up the gut to Bass, rumbles to around the 25-yard line, stuffed quickly by Cameron Morgan. In that first half, Cameron Morgan had a quick sack against Soriano.
Yeah, and, you know, he's like the fire hydrant of this team, right? He's the nose tackle. He does the dirty work, you know, at the line of scrimmage.
So here they go, brings up a 3rd and 7 for the Toros, moving to right to left on your screen. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. Tailback will be to his left hip. Here comes Soriano in the gun, moving to right to left on your screen here in this 3rd quarter. 7-6, Toros out in front. Here comes Soriano. Takes the snap, drops back, has time. The house is being brought. He scrambles, breaks 1 tackle, and he got there. Branson Peters with the tackle. It's close for on that first down marker, and that that was a very generous spot. I'm not going to lie right there, my friend.
But again, we see Soriano keeping the ball, buying time with his feet, and just moving the chains. He's doing his job, right, on broken plays.
So here they go. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. Tailback will be to his right hip. Soriano in the gun on that left hash here. So going to have 1 tight on the left, on that near side, 3 receivers on the far side. Tailback to his right hip. Soriano hands it off. Up the gut he goes. And he gets a couple of yards. A little bit of pushing and shoving afterwards. Jaden Pena mixing it up a little bit right there. It's actually Amani Sua. See that tandem of Bass and Sua. We've seen them throughout the whole entire night here at Chuck Garton Stadium. The junior running back averaging 102 yards per game. He kind of had a quiet night. I mean, it's been Bass as the workhorse.
Right, you know, I think they're just feeding the hot hand right now, right? There's 1 ball, so only 1 ball carrier is probably going to roll tonight.
So here they go. It will be 2nd down and 9 for the Toros. Soriano drops back, has some time, pressured, rolls to the right-hand side, flushed out, looking. Branson Peters tries to bring him down. He's going to run to the 40, and he slides, and a penalty marker, multiple penalty markers fly. Deegan Brooks with the late hit, and we shall see what the call will be. It's Deegan Brooks. Let's see what the call will be here. Either a late hit on a defenseless player, or yeah.
And this hurts for the Toads, right?
A frustrating one indeed here. And just the procedural, just the penalties. I mean, you like the grittiness from Deegan Brooks, but in this situation right now, you just want, hey, just lay off a bit. You know what I mean?
Right, like he was sliding down. Like, let's just keep the game clean, right? Let's just not put any self-inflicting wounds more than we need.
So here they go, 9:30 and kind of go here in the 3rd quarter, 7-6. Toros out in front, 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Soriano in the gun, tailback to his right hip here. Soriano fakes the handoff, wants to throws it down the far side, and it will be incomplete. Almost caught. Intended receiver was Jesus Moreno. On the coverage, Luke Wojawota. So a 2-on-2 right there, number 2 versus number 2. Brings up 2nd down and 10 for the Toros.
If you notice, I think we switched up our defense. I think we're stacking the box. We brought an extra D lineman and extra backer, and I think our DBs are secondary or playing man-to-man coverage.
So here they go. It brings up a 2nd down and 10 for this Toro squad. Moving right to left on your screen here. It will be 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, tailback to his left hip, tight end on that right side as well. Soriano in the gun, moving right to left on your screen, hands it off to Sua. Sua powering forward, gets to the horn toe to 40-yard line. So actually they're going to mark it at the 41. So we'll bring up a 3rd down for the Toros here, moving right to left on your screen here in Coalinga. 7-6, Toros out in front. If you're just now joining us here on the Toad Streamer Network. A very gritty first half indeed, as a drive that took over 15 plays to get in the end zone for the Toros. This Toro squad being a boa constrictor right now, constricting the Horned Toads offense from getting on the field here. So here they go. It'll be 3rd down and 8. Probably the most pivotal play in this drive. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Tail back to his right hip. Here comes Soriano on the gun. Moving to right to left on your screen here at Chuck Arnton Stadium. Soriano throws on the left-hand side, caught quickly by Nila, and he breaks 1 tackle, gets to the 35, to the 30. He's to the 25, 20, 15, to the 10, and he's pushed out of bounds by Deegan Brooks. And they're going to mark it at the 16-yard line, but it will be a first down for the Toros, and the Toros do convert on 3rd down.
And that's something the Toros have been succeeding at all night, is converting in 3rd and long, right? The Toads are doing a good job stopping them downs 1 and 2, but 3rd down, it seems to be their kryptonite.
So here they go, a fresh new set of downs for the Toros, moving right to left on your screen here of 8:23 and kind of go here in the 3rd quarter. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. It will be Soriano under center. In the backfield, it will be Bass. Soriano hands it off the Bass and quickly brought down to the ground. Ray Osuna, our first time calling his name tonight. Kind of a quiet night for Ray here on the west side of the San Joaquin Valley. So no gain on the play. 2nd and 10 for the Toros. With 8:07 to go here in the 3rd quarter. 7-6, Toros out in front here in the quarterfinal round of the Division IV CIF Central Section playoffs. So here they go. They'll have 1 receiver to the left, 1 to the right. Bass will be in the backfield. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right now, I should say. Motion Sua to that right side. Soriano under center, fakes the handoff the Bass, rolls to the right-hand side, being chased by Hurtado, throws it, it's intercepted! What an interception! He's to the 20, to the 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, past midfield he goes! To the 30, and he's brought down. Oh, my! What a game changer right here on the west side of the San Joaquin Valley. Oh, my word. And Ray Osuna, we called his name one time, and then he gets a huge interception. 1st and 10 for the Horned Toads.
And look what this brought. This brought this team to life right now with that huge play. Right when you thought the Toads had their backs against the wall, the defense steps up and creates the first turnover of the game.
That's the defensive stand the Horned Toads needed right there. Can the Horned Toads convert as they're moving left to right on your screen here? Ball placed that 29-yard line on that left hash, moving left to right on your screen. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. Wing T look for the Toads here. Here comes Tazi. Claps his hands it off to Alvarado. The Gus Bus running up the middle. Gets to the 25-yard line. You coined him the Gus Bus. How important is this Horned Toad offense to get on the bus right here with Gustavo Alvarado leading them?
He needs to put the team on his shoulders right now, pick up these extra yards and establish this run, right? We need to use some clock up too and just establish the run, right? Because eventually it opens up the field for the passing game.
It's a 1-point ball game. 7-6, Toros out in front against your Horned Toads. 2nd and 5 for the Toads here at the 24-yard line. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. Wing T look once again for the Horned Toads, moving left to right on your screen as they trail by 1. Here we go. Tazi in the gun, takes a snap, drops back, keeps it himself, shakes 1 defender, he's at the 25, and he gets to, and a late penalty marker on the field. Let's see what the call will be, as they're going to say no gain on the play. I would say probably 1 right there. I mean, let's see what the call will be regardless.
Should be a late hit.
And it's going to be on the Horned Toads. Okay, then. So it will back them up yards. So 1 step forward, 2 steps back for this Horned Toad squad. So it brings up a 2nd down here. Ball placed at that 33-yard line here on that left hash. Horned Toads in black. Toros in white. Here they go. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. Tail back to his right hip. That will be Alvarado. Here comes Noah in the gun. Moving the left to right on your screen here. Noah takes a snap, rolls to the right-hand side, looking, and he's going to be brought down in the backfield. Alexis Contreras brings him down and sacks him back at the 40-yard line, and it will bring up a 3rd and 20 miles for this Horned Toad squad with 6:09 and kind of go here in the 3rd quarter. Wow.
What a change of events, right?
Wow. So we'll bring up a 3rd and 21 to be exact Here they go. Ball placed at that Toros 40-yard line. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Tailback will be to his left hip, Noatazi. And the gun here. Can the Horned Toads get a little bit of a magic here right here? Noah takes the snap, drops back, has some time, throws it to Wyatt Worth, caught, and it will be incomplete. Slips out of his fingers. 4th down for the Toads, and the Toads will be forced to punt with 5:31 to go in the third quarter. Wow.
The Toads really wish, right there you really wish that you cashed in on the pick 6, but then the offense, needed to get that first down, right? Just to get it moving.
It just kind of feels like this offense is gone a little stale. I mean, it just they've not been able to get into the red zone.
Right, you just got to credit the Toros defense.
That's right.
Stout defense. They came ready to play as well, but I'll take it right here, a little field position flip instead of them on our own 10-yard line.
So here they go. Wyatt Worth for the punt, punts it away. Nice spiral punt. That ball's going to be down near the 11-yard line, and indeed it will be down at the 11-yard line. That's where the Toros will have the ball with 5:23 to go here in the third quarter. 7-6 Toros with the ball as they lead by 1. 7-6 Toros out in front. We'll stay right here on the Toad Streaming Network. Our camera guy tonight is Richard Welch. The analyst is Blake Wong. I'm Brian Welch. Glad to be a part of your Thursday evening, wherever you may be watching Horned Toad football. A little bit of a Thursday night lights, a little TNT, a little bit of a dynamite showing by both defenses. You had one interception in that previous drive. How can you go for another one here, my friend?
Well, right here, right, just mixing up the coverage, just making them pass on 3rd and longs, right? And then bringing the pressure, because when he had to throw under pressure.
So here they go. Do the Horned Toads bring the house here on first down? 1 receiver left, 2 to the right, tailback to his right hip. Soriano hands it off to Bass. Bass finds a hold of the 20-yard line, and Bass rumbles for a first down. 1st and 10 for the Toros as they pick up a first down. And I keep sounding like a broken record. Joseph Bass is breaking free, and the Horned Toads have not been able to cement a way to stop it.
He's having a great night, right? They're sticking to the bread and butter, running the ball, and they're succeeding at it for right now.
So here they go. It will be a 1st down and 10 for the Toros. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right, tailback to his right hip. Here comes Soriano in the gun. Motions Neela, and whistles before the snap. And it will be on the Toros, so back them up 5 yards. Under 5 minutes to go here, technically 4:56 to go here in the third quarter. 7-6 Toros out in front here against your Horned Toads of Coalinga High School in the Division IV CIF Central Section playoffs in the quarterfinal round here. So here they go. Soriano will be in the gun, tailback to his right hip. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Toros out in front by 1. Soriano fakes the handoff, has some time, throws it down the far sideline, battling for it will be Moreno and Luke Wojowoda, and a penalty marker has been thrown. And it will be on the Horned Toads. Luke Wojowoda going up against Jesus Moreno. Jesus Moreno is the intended target. And let's see what the call will be. And indeed, it will be on the Toads. Wow. So a fresh new set of downs for the Toros of Matilda Torres High School. It'll bring up 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Soriano in the gun, tailback to his left hip. That will be Bass. Soriano hands it off to Bass. Up the gut he goes. Branson Peters tried to bring him down quickly, and actually brought down quickly for the Horned Toads. Jamie Ellisy with the stop. 2nd down for the Toros. So here they go. 2nd down and 8 after a gain of 2. Toros moving right to left on your screen here in Coalinga. It's been a very frustrating one defensively. Very uncharacteristic for this defense tonight for the Horned Toads. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Tailback to his right hip. Here comes Soriano in the gun. On that right hash, moving right to left on your screen. Soriano hands it off the Bass, shaking and baking. Gets one, still keeping the tackle going. He loses his helmet in the process. Brought down quickly by the Horned Toads. Horned Toads subbing in players right now. But it's just been a very frustrating one indeed. How do you want to stop this Toro squad on 3rd down here?
I would think you'd have to get the pressure, right? You know it's going to be a pass play. It's 3rd and 7. Definitely get the pressure, right? And I think we know the cue right now.
So here they go. The Horned Toads have brought the house so far, but this Toro squad's been able to sneak out of situations like this. Here they go, 2 receivers left, one to the right, tailback to his right hip. Soriano takes the snap, drops back, has some time. The house has been brought by the Toads, rolls to the right-hand side, breaks free to the 40. He's to the 45, gets the first down, angles to the left-hand side, past midfield he goes. He goes to the 45, to the 40, to the 35-30, still on his feet to the 25-20, and he's quickly wrestled down by Dylan Teixeira, and the ball somehow squirted out, and the Horned Toads have it! What a bizarre play. Let's break this one down. Jose Soriano with the keeper running away from all the Toads defenders, and Dylan Teixeira somehow smacks that ball out of his hands, and the Horned Toads had the ball with 3:01 to go in the third quarter.
And who do you call? Right when you thought Toros may have busted open, the defense, Dylan Teixeira comes flying down and just strip sacks and delivers. Might have been the play of the game.
That might indeed be the play of the game here at Chuck Garton Stadium. Horned Toads with some new life here. 2 receivers left, one to the right. Wing T look for the Toads. Moving the left to right on your screen here. Here comes Noah. Hands it off out Alvarado. Bray still on his feet. And he's brought down quickly by Gonzalez. And right now, in the situation of under 3 minutes to go in the third quarter, do you want to say, hey, you know what? Let's play a little bit of keep away here. You know what I mean?
I would say so. You know what Toros is going to do on offense. They're going to try to ground pound the ball. I think we can play keep away as well, get their defense a little bit tired.
So here they go. 3 receivers left, one to the right, tailback to his right hip. Here comes Noah in the gun here. Claps his hands, looking, pressured, flushed out to the right-hand side, and he'll be brought down in the backfield. And none other than Joseph Bass brings him down for the sack. And it will back up the Toads even more. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. This has been the storyline all night long for this Toads team. As the ball will be placed at that 12-yard line. As the Horned Toads moving left to right on your screen. So here they go. Horned Toads in black, Toros in white. 3 receivers left, one to the right, tailback to his left hip. Here comes Noah in the gun here. 3rd and 12. Noah rolls to the left-hand side. Looking. Now cuts to the right. Dancing around. Throws it down the field. And it's going to be almost caught by Dylan Teixeira. And it was almost grabbed as Moreno on the coverage. As Dylan Teixeira kind of got a little bit tripped up there, right there, Blake.
Yeah, it seems like there was a little bit of shuffle, down there.
So the storyline of tonight, the Horned Toads will send out the punt unit once again. Wow. So with 145 to go here in the third quarter, I should say, it's the Toros leading by 1, 7-6. As Wyatt Worth will punt it away. As it will be Bass back deep to return it. He's at the Horned Toad 48. He'll take it. He gets to the 40-yard line, still on his feet. Breaks 1 tackle, gets to the 35-yard line, and he's going to be brought down by a whole pack of Toads, led by none other than Andy Orozco. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Toros when Matilda Torres High School will stay right here on the Toad Streaming Network. You're just now joining us here in Coalinga, a very interesting one indeed, as Soriano had a keeper, the quarterback for the Toros, was deep into Horned Toad territory, and then Dylan Teixeira strip sacked it. Horned Toads got the ball back, but a 3 and out. But with the Toros in plus territory right now, can the Horned Toads draw up another miracle right here with this being a 1-point ball game here, Blake?
You know what? They just have to get to the roots and get a stop, right? That's the name of the game right now, and that's what the Toads need is to get a stop.
So here they go. 2 receivers left, one to the right. Tailback will be to his left hip. Here comes Soriano in the gun. Middle of the hash here, moving right to left on your screen. Bass with the carry. Cuts left, now cuts right, and he's quickly brought down to the ground quickly. But the Horned Toads bringing him down quickly by Wilmer Cascano, the senior outside linebacker. 2nd down for the Toros. So the Toros showing a little bit of life here. The boa constrictor offense we've been talking about all night long. Constricting the Toads offense from not being on the field and wearing out this Toads defense here. This Toads defense showing a little bit of wear here on the west side of the San Joaquin Valley. So here they go. 1 receiver left. It will technically now be 2 receivers to the left, one to the right, tailback to his right hip. Here comes Soriano in the gun, moving to right to left on your screen. He takes the snap, drops back, throws it down the middle. It's going to be caught quickly by Jesus Moreno, and it's a touchdown for the Toros. Wow.
Just a good play design, from the Toros. Taking advantage of the secondary off a double move or just catching them slipping.
And the frustration continues as Coalinga will do the point after try on the north end side of Chuck Garner Stadium. Here's the kick on the way, and it goes through the uprights, and it's good. With 46.2 seconds to go here in the third quarter at Chuck Garner Stadium, it's the Toros of Matilda Torres High School with 14, and your Horned Toads with 6. We'll be right back after this. This is Horned Toad Football on the Toad Streaming Network. .2 seconds to go here in the third quarter. 14-6 Toros out in front against your Horned Toads of Coalinga High School, alongside with the former Horned Toad Blake Wong. I'm Brian Welch, glad to be a part of your Thursday evening wherever you may be watching Horned Toad football. It's not been a pleasant evening for the Horned Toads indeed. Jose Pease, who doesn't get very upset with the refereeing crew, as Coalinga kicks that one away for the Toros, as Deegan Brooks will take it to the 25. Setter steps to the 30, and he'll bring Toros defenders with him. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Horned Toads, moving left to right on your screen. A little bit of extracurricular activities between the Toads and the Toros, but the Horned Toads have the ball here. But another perfectly executed drive by the Toros right there, Blake. I mean, it felt like we were talking about it when they were going to air that ball out, and indeed they aired that ball out, and they found their best wide receiver, Jesus Moreno, make it 6 touchdowns on the season for him.
Right, they kept on running the ball on 1st and 2nd down, and eventually, pass on 1st down and little play action. They can get us a couple times.
Here they go. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right, tailback to his right hip. Here comes Noah. Hands it off to Jamie I. And the ball's on the carpet, and the Toros had it. The Horned Toads wanted to do a little trickery, and it failed. And the Toros get the ball back here with 35.4 seconds to go here in the third, as the Toros lead by 8, 14-6, here on the west side of the San Joaquin Valley. I don't know what to say. So it will be a 1st and 10 for the Toros here, moving right to left on your screen. 1 receiver to the left. Actually, 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. Tailback will be to his left hip. Here comes Soriano in the gun. Moving right to left on your screen. Fakes the handoff. Has some time. Throws it. And it's going to be caught. And it's going to go in the end zone. Demetrio Nila with the touchdown. A 1-play drive. And it ends in 6 for the Toros. And the Toros have deflated the Horned Toads here in Coalinga. You can drop a pin on the home sideline. Quiet here at Chuck Garner Stadium. Point after try on the way, and it goes through the uprights. And it's good with 29.2 seconds to go here in the third quarter. It's the Toros of Matilda Torres High School out in front, 21-6. Against your Horned Toads of Coalinga High School. We'll say right here on the Toad Streaming Network, I mean, Horned Toads trying to find a way to get this offense going here, and the plays just kind of feels like the twine is unraveling right now, Blake.
Right? when one bad thing's happened, right? When one bad thing happens, when your back goes against the wall, you don't want to let it affect the next play, right? It's the next play, right? And that's the one thing Toads, there's still plenty of ball game left. They need to focus on the next play.
Kind of like that 1-0 mentality. You know what? Hey, make that one play at a time kind of thing. As we get ready to go here, it will be the Horned Toads on that north end side. Actually, they're going to put Dylan Teixeira where Deacon Brooks usually at, because Deacon Brooks has been able to handle the kickoffs. Ball end over in. It will be taken by Wyatt Worth for the 20. Gets to the 25. Gets to the 30-yard line. Still on his feet to the 35. And he gets to the 39-yard line. And it actually, they're going to mark it at the 37. So 1st and 10 for the Toads here. Moving left to right on your screen with 23.2 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Deacon Brooks visibly not happy, throwing his helmet on the ground on that Horned Toad sideline. Ball will be placed at the 38-yard line. Left hash. Horned Toads moving left to right on your screen as they trail 21-6 here in the Division IV CIF Central Section quarterfinals here in Coalinga. One receiver left, two to the right, tailback to his left hip. Here comes Noah in the gun, takes the snap, pump fakes, scrambles away, and he's brought down in the backfield quickly. Brought down by Contreras once again. The senior 5'10", 210-pound defensive end and tackle brings down Noah Tazi, and it brings up a second down once again. I mean, the one, got to keep going here as the Horned Toads looking very visibly frustrated right now. You know what? Hey, you take that one play at a time, and that will be the final play of the third quarter here in Coalinga. What of a change of events here at Chuck Garton Stadium. It's the Toros and the Matilda Torres High School out in front, 21-6 against your Horned Toads of Coalinga High School. On to the fourth quarter we go. This is Horned Toad football on the Toad Streaming Network. On to the fourth quarter we go here at Chuck Garton Stadium here on the west side of the San Joaquin Valley, alongside with the former Horned Toad Blake Wong. I'm Brian Welch, glad to be a part of your Thursday evening wherever you may be watching Horned Toad football. Our camera guy tonight is Richard Welch, the math teacher of Coalinga High School. He's going to do his signature wave. And will the wave start kind of a little bit of a rebound here? Can the wave get something going here? Can the Horned Toads get this offense going? It'll be second down and 12. Two receivers left, two to the right, tailback to his right hip. Wyatt Worth will keep it himself. Wildcats to the 40, gets to the 45, still on his feet, past midfield to the 45, and he'll get to the 40-yard line. Quickly brought down by Amani Sua. 1st and 10 for the Horned Toads as Wyatt Worth uses his legs to pick up the first down. So what a statement indeed. Can this Horned Toad squad get this offense going here? I mean, you're trailing by 2 scores here, Blake. Do you need plays like that to keep the troops alive?
Right, yeah, you need big chunk plays, right? Whether it's on the ground, through its air, you just need first downs, right? Get closer and closer, and you need points.
So here they go. One receiver left, two to the right, tailback to his left hip. Will be Alvarado. Worth in the gun. Keeps it himself. Wildcats to the 40, to the 35, still on his feet to the 30. Wyatt Worth bringing defenders with him. He gets to the 25-yard line. Quickly wrestled down to the ground by Avenavilla. And it will bring up another first down. So back-to-back first downs with this Horned Toads offense. You know what? Hey, we saw Wyatt Worth in that first game at Anderson Field in Carruthers, California, all the way back in August. Kind of seems like yesterday. So with back-to-back first downs, you know what? Gives that jolt of energy the Horned Toads need right now in this game.
I think you keep them there, because if you're rolling, keep it rolling.
So here they go. They're going to put Noah Tazi as a wide receiver. Okay, then. So the Horned Toads going to their bag of tricks. One receiver left, 3 to the right. Alvarado will be the left hip. Tailback to his left hip. Here comes Worth. Keeps it himself. Wildcats it to to the 25-yard line, gets to the 22. So the Horned Toads offense clicking right here. So a 10:45 to go in regulation. If you're the Horned Toads, do you want to just get a quick strike? And my next question is, if you get a score, do you want to go for it for 2? Or even another thing, do you want to do an onside kick?
I think you just extend the game, right? I think you just kick the PAT and you just want to extend the game.
So here they go. It will bring up a 2nd down and 5 for the Toads. Moving to right to left on your screen here in this 4th quarter. Here in the quarterfinal round of the Division IV CIF Central Section Playoffs. One receiver left, 3 to the right. It will be Tazi in the gun. Worf will be the tailback to his right hip. Here comes Noah in the gun. Claps his hands, takes the snap, swings it out of the left-hand side of Dylan Teixeira. He's the 20, breaks 1 tackle. He's the 15, bringing defenders with him. What a run right there. Dylan Teixeira picks up the 1st down. Yes, it will. 1st and goal for the Horned Toads. Moving to right to left on your screen. But a good catch right there by Dylan Teixeira, Mr. Reliable himself, here tonight in Coalinga.
This is a great drive for the Horned Toads, right? Responding after when something bad happens, just to respond, right? A positive response. That's what the Toads need.
So here they go. Ball we placed at that 12-yard line. The 1st down marker is at that 2-yard line. The Horned Toads eyeing 6 right here. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. Wing T look right here. You got Cameron Morgan and Angel Hurtado in the backfield with the wing T look. Noah hands it off to Cameron Morgan. Runs, gets to the 6-yard line. Cameron Morgan, he's been having a great night tonight, Blake. Had a sack in that 1st half. Gets a carry right there, and it brings up 2nd down.
Right, and that's who they bring in. You bring in the hot hand. Bring in someone who's going to extend the line of scrimmage, right? Make a play.
The Toads giving a taste of the Toros medicine here. Up the gut he goes. Rumbles inside the 5-yard line. As it will be to the 4. So under 9 minutes to go in regulation. Time is of the essence here on the west side of the San Joaquin Valley. 21-6. Toros out in front. The Horned Toads are knocking on the door here on the north end side of Chuck Gardner Stadium. Ball placed at that 4-yard line quick. It will be a 3rd and 2 for the Toads here, moving to right to left on your screen. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. It will be Alvarado to his left hip. Wyatt Worf in the gun. Noah Tazi is a wide receiver on the far side. Worf keeps it himself. He goes into the end zone. That's a Horned Toads touchdown, and the Horned Toads are back in this thing.
Right, and just a well put together drive, right? Just need points. You just need to keep it rolling.
As the Horned Toads give the Toros a taste of their own medicine here in the 4th quarter. So now the question is, are they going to go for it or are they going to kick the PAT? We shall see. And a timeout taken by the Toads. So 1 step forward, 2 steps back has been the name of the game here tonight on the west side of the San Joaquin Valley. If you're just now joining us here in Coalinga, it's been a very good one, very interesting one. The heat has just been turned up a little bit. Good drive by the Horned Toads to get this thing going, led by Whiteworth. He started the drive, and he finishes the drive with a touchdown. So with it being 21-12, pending the PAT, Blake, do you just want, hey, just kick the PAT and just kick it away to the Toros? But my only worry is when you kick it to the Toros, they're going to play keep away, and they're going to run the clock out.
Right, I think you kick the PAT here. You extend the game. It's still a 1-possession game. We don't necessarily need 2 right now because we need another touchdown in order for us to even tie this game up, right? So I say you extend the game here and have your defense rely on and count on your defense like you have all season. Hopefully they come up big tonight.
Let's see what they're going to do here. They indeed will kick a PAT as they're going to go for it, actually. All righty then. They're going to have Angel Hurtado and Cameron Morgan in the backfield here. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right, 2-point conversion for the Toads. Trying to roll the dice here in Coalinga. Here comes Noah. Takes the snap, hands it off to Morgan. Up the gut he goes. Powers forward. I don't think he got there, Blake. And it's no good. So regardless, the Toads get on the board, though, with 8:23 to go in regulation. It's the Toros and Matilda Torres High School out in front, 21-12 against your Horned Toads of Coalinga High School. you like the philosophy of what happened, but the Toros were able to sniff that play out pretty well.
Right, and we didn't necessarily need to go for 2 there, but I can see like it was a momentum swing, but now we have to actually score twice, to tie up the ball game or take the lead.
So here they go. It will be a kickoff for the Toads. And with 8:23 to go in regulation, here we go. As it might be, as Ernesto Villanueva Rodriguez runs off the field here. Actually, we'll get a quick conversation with his coach. But glad to be a part of your Thursday evening wherever you may be watching Horned Toad football. It's gotten very exciting here. So here we go. Horned Toads kicking off right to left on your screen. As Ernesto Villanueva Rodriguez wearing that orange soccer cleat as he gets ready to go here. Kicks it up, kind of a squib kick, falls, and it will be taken by the Toros. Still on his feet is Bass, and he's going to be brought down quickly. J.D. Reed brings him down, and that's where the Toros, we have the ball here. It's actually, my apologies, Moreno with the return, so it will bring up a 1st and 10 for the Toros. Matilda Torres High School, ball placed at that 28-yard line with 8:16 to go in regulation. What do you want to do right now defensively? Do you want to bring the house on first down, Blake?
I think you have to because you know it's going to be a run play, right? They're going to try to chew up the clock and just have your DBs keep everything in front of you.
So originally the ball was placed at the 28. Now it's at the 29. Kind of questioning, a little bit of questionable calls on the spot. Here they go, 3 receivers right, tailback to his left. Here comes Soriano in the gun. Moving left to right on your screen here in this 4th quarter. Bass with the carry, gets a couple, actually going to get stopped. He's going to lose yardage on the play. -1 yards, 2nd and 11 for the Toros here with 8:05 and kind of go here in regulation. If you're this Horned Toad defense right now, how much do you, we've been talking about this all night, Blake. If you're this Horned Toad defense, how physical do you want to be right now in this situation?
Real physical. You need to try to create a turnover. If not, make sure that you get the guy down.
So here they go, 2 receivers left, one to the right, tailback to his left. Here comes Soriano in the gun. Moving left to right on your screen, takes the snap, hands it off, up the gut. It will be Bass. It's a couple of yards, and he's pushed out of bounds by J.D. Reed. That stops the clock. So now it kind of brings up the situation. What do you want to do defensively in this 3rd down? And a penalty marker flies in late. And I think let's see what's going to happen here. Because Wyatt Worth was yelling at the official. Sideline encroachment on the Toads. As it will stay. As it will stay 3rd down, so right now, here we go. 2 receivers left, one to the right, tailback to his left. Here comes Soriano in the gun. Moving left to right on your screen here. Motions Bass out as a wide receiver to that far side. Throws it over, screen pass, over to Soriano. And by Bass, and he's brought down quickly. Luke Wojawota able to bring him down, and it will bring up a 4th down, 4th and 10 to be exact. And a great job right there by Luke Wojawota to read that play perfectly right there, Blake.
Right, I think this is the first punt of the night for the Toros, or maybe second punt.
First one.
First
one of the night.
This is some momentum for the Toads right now as clock's ticking down. Quick 3 and out. This is right here where I said, just take the points, right? Kick the PAT, 1 possession game. Now you need to score the touchdown here. Now you need to score a touchdown and do a little bit more.
So here they go. It will be 6:42 to go in regulation. As we might expect a little bit of a fake here, a little bit of trickery from the Toros. Dylan Teixeira back deep at his own 41-yard line. And a timeout taken by the Toros. We'll stay right here on the Toad Streaming Network. If you're just now joining us here in Coalinga at Chuck Garton Stadium. It's been a very physical and a very interesting one indeed here on the west side of the San Joaquin Valley. It was the Toros out in front. And you look at this team right now, Blake. This is a squad that you need to find a way to get a score here. As the Toads sideline telling the DJ up here at the press box, can't play. Can't play any music. Hey, we want the peace and quiet. But right now, the Toads got a gift right here. How do the Toads cash this gift in right now?
They cashed it in by really dialing something up right with Dylan Teixeira. He's going to get the ball in space right now, right? They're punting the ball. That's why they call this timeout. Just to get it inside their territory is going to be huge for us, right? Just to get the ball rolling. There's still plenty of time. 6 minutes left, right? Dylan Teixeira, go make a play.
Dylan Teixeira indeed will try to make a play here. He's at his own 38-yard line. A rugby-style kick. Nice end over in. That ball's going to land at the 30, the 20, to the 15. That's going to take a Toros bounce all the way to the 10-yard line. And indeed, it will be 1st and 10 for the Toads. Not what the Toads expected there. So 1st and 10 for the Toads at their own 10-yard line. 90 yards to work down the field here, Blake. I mean, hey, you know what? You want to find a way to get this offense going here. But time is not on your side right now.
Right, time is of the essence. And
correct.
You need to move the chains, but in a short amount of time. I think we do need to run the ball as well, but we need the chunk yardage. Eventually, you're going to have to say, hey, we need to move the ball, and it's going to be through the air.
And that was a very perfectly executed rugby-style punt. You know what? Hey, throws everybody off. 90 yards to go here till pay dirt. Ball placed in that left hash. One receiver left, through to the right, tailback to his left hip. That will be Alvarado. Here comes Noah in the gun, moving right to left on your screen here. Takes a snap, drops back, has some time. Pump fakes, runs to the left-hand side, throws it deep down that near sideline. Caught by Dylan Teixeira. He makes the grab. He's to the 35, still on his feet to the 30, to the 25. Battling with defenders. He's still on his feet to the 20. Dylan Teixeira with a huge grab. 1st and 10 for the Toads with 6 minutes to go in regulation.
Right, and what I say, you need a play. Throw him the ball. We need to scheme to find a way to throw him the ball. He will go up and go get it.
So here they go. The Horned Toads showing some life here. This crowd has been very quiet all night long, but they have been able to burst in excitement here. One receiver left, through to the right. Tailback will be either to his left hip or his right hip. So a penalty marker on the Toros. So here they go. So it's even more yards. So the Horned Toads have a gift. Can they cash it in here? Moving right to left on your screen. So here they go. One receiver left, through to the right. Tailback to his left hip. That will be Alvarado. Here comes Noah in the gun. Moving right to left on your screen here on that left hash. Noah takes the snap, drops back, throws to the left-hand side, and it's going to be overthrown. Intended target was Dylan Teixeira. So it brings up a 2nd down and 10. I like how they're going to Dylan Teixeira, but you got to find a way. Hey, you know what? You got to find the end zone quickly, and time is not on the side of the Toads right now.
Right, and that was a good play, right? You threw it up in the air. The ball either went out of bounds, stopped the clock, or you're going to get that catch and go out of bounds, right? So you want to spend less time. You need to do less with more, right? Or you need to do more with less, right? Or however the term goes.
You got to do with
more with less.
More
with
less. So here they go. Tight formation on that far side. One receiver left, through to the right. Tazi fakes it, goes to the right-hand side, throws it. It's caught in the right corner of the end zone. Deegan Brooks, that's a Horned Toads touchdown. What a play right there. And listen to this crowd roar.
If you're the Toads, you go for 2. Or I knew you kick the PAT here. You kick the PAT here.
You have to kick the PAT here. And this Horned Toad crowd has been very dormant tonight here on the west side of the San Joaquin Valley. Erupted like a volcano here at Chuck Garton Stadium. Here's the PAT on the way for Ernesto Villanueva Rodriguez. It goes through the uprights, and indeed it goes through the uprights, and it makes it a 2-point game here at Chuck Garton Stadium. It's the Toros with 21 and the Toads with 19. We stay right here on the Toad Streaming Network. You're just now joining us here in Coalinga. What a roller coaster of a game indeed here on the west side of the San Joaquin Valley for the Division IV CIF Central Section quarterfinals here in Coalinga. I mean, craziness indeed, my friend Blake.
Right when you feel like the Toros punched the Toads in the gut, and they may have given the Toads that final knockout blow, the Toads, you fall 8 times, you get up 9, right? Fall 3 times, get up 4 times, right? And that's the Toads' MO all season, right? Fall down, got to get back up.
Got to get back up. as this has been a very slugfest of an event. And it's all resting on the leg of Ernesto Villanueva Rodriguez.
Plenty of time.
Exactly.
All the time in the row, it really does feel like. Feels like it's a longer quarter.
Here we go. Here's a kick on the way from Ernesto. Short one. And it will go to the 20-yard line. It will be taken by Watson. And the ball's still battling for it. But the Toros get the ball here. 1st and 10 for the Toros, Matilda Torres High School. You look at this matchup right now, Blake. The momentum is shifting in favor of the Toads. How do the Toads get the ball back here with 5:38 to go in regulation?
You know, they do what they've been doing all season, right? Stack the box. You know they're trying to use clock. They are getting tight. You make them throw the ball, right? But we got to get a stop here.
A stop indeed is what the doctor has ordered. Here we go. Toros moving left to right on your screen. This Toads crowd is getting loud and rowdy here. You can hear it on our mics. Here comes Soriano under center. Ready to go here. Hands it off up the gut, the Bass. Runs to the left-hand side. Now cuts up the middle, and he gets a couple of yards. Brought down quickly by the Horned Toads. Horned Toads bringing them down. Wilmer Toscano, once again, the senior, trying to keep his senior season alive with 5:22 and counting to go here in regulation.
And it really comes down to this, right? What you've been working for all season, the hard blood, sweat, and tears that goes in the regular season, the off season, the summer, it comes down to this drive.
So here we go. Soriano will be under center. Bass will be in the backfield here. Here comes Soriano under center. Soriano, ball, hands it off the Bass, runs up the middle, runs forward, brought down by a herd of Horned Toads led by Messiah Richards, as well as Wilmer Toscano, as well as Angel Hurtado. So a trio of Horned Toads bringing down this Toro squad. You have 2 timeouts in your back pocket if you're Coach Peast. When do you want to start burning them right now? If with this first down, as the Toro is able to pick up that first down.
I think you use it when it gets closer to 2 minutes. Right now, just let the play clock blow out. But I really think right now you could get a stop, and you cannot let them get this first down.
I think this Horned Toad squad can score in 2 minutes, but the thing is you got to get the ball back for the offense. Here they go, 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Soriano will be under center, running back in the backfield. That will be Bass. Here comes Soriano under center. Motion Sua. Soriano hands it off the Bass. Up the gut he goes, and he's brought down quickly. Wilmer Castano once again trying to keep his senior season alive here. Brings up a 2nd down, but some hefty yardage by this Toros offense right here.
Yeah, the Toros are putting together a good amount of run plays right now that are getting positive yards. The Toads need to sack them or meet him at the
line of scrimmage.
Line of scrimmage, really.
So here they go, 2nd and 6 after a gain of 4. Soriano trotting back to the huddle here. Toros moving left to right on your screen here. Toros trying to deliver the final blow against the Toads here in this quarterfinal round in the Division IV CIF Central Section playoffs. Soriano will be under center. It will be Sua in the backfield. With the carry, breaks 1 tackle, but he's met by a whole herd of Horned Toads. Messiah Richards jumping up on there. And Jaden Pena jumping up there as well. Ball came out late. Jaden Pena was jumping around. So we'll bring up a 3rd down and a timeout taken by Jose Pease. We'll take a timeout with him. 21-19, Toros out in front against your Horned Toads of Coalinga High School. We'll take a quick timeout. This is Horned Toad Football on the Toad Streaming Network. It is decision time here at Chuck Garton Stadium here on the west side of the San Joaquin Valley alongside with Blake Wong. I'm Brian Welch, glad to be a part of your Thursday evening. And this Thursday evening has heated up intensely here in Coalinga. The ball game resides on a 3rd and 5 by the Toros of Matilda Torres High School. Out of the North Yosemite League, they're moving left to right on your screen here. They're in the white uniforms, silver helmets. Your Horned Toads are black uniforms, black helmets. Here they go in the offset eye. quickly motion people in and around. Here comes Soriano, the quarterback, under center here. Soriano hands it off the Bass. Up the gut he goes, and he's brought down short of the first down marker. Brings up a 4th down for the Toros. So now with 3:05 and kind of go here in regulation, it brings up a 4th down and 2 yards for this Toro squad. You have to go for it on 4th down, right, Blake?
I think they're going for it. I think maybe they're going to call timeout right here to think about it.
Well, they have 2 timeouts left. Will Joe Marquez burn one of them? We shall see. But either way, what a change in direction between the first half and the second half. First half was a defensive slugfest. Second half, both teams could open up a fireworks stand, because we've seen a lot of fireworks indeed in that second half. 4th and 2, 2 yards is the distance, and a timeout taken by the Toros with 2:26 to go in regulation. We'll stay right here on the Toad Streaming Network, which is now joining us in Coalinga. What a game it has been here tonight on the west side of the San Joaquin Valley for the quarterfinals of the Division IV CIF Central Section playoffs. It was the Toros in that first half. Toads clawing their way back right now in the second half. Blake, we talked about this matchup. We've seen literally 2 gladiators walk in the Coliseum here. It's win or go home right now.
Win or go home, and you know where the ball's going to go.
Either the Bass or Sua.
It's going to be Rand. I would put they're bringing in the jumbo package. You know, you got to stack the box if you're Coalinga right now.
But you also have to put a spy on those wide receivers as well, because you do not want to get burned, because these wide receivers are very dangerous for the Toros of Matilda Torres High School. But it's all residing on 2 yards of offense. 4th and 2 for the Toros of Matilda Torres High School, 8-3 overall. They finished 6-1 in North Yosemite League play. Here we go, 4th and 2, the ball game indeed. Here on the west side of the San Joaquin Valley, the Horned-Toed faithful, they've been loud in the second half. Here we go. From Chuck Garner Stadium as the Toros line up quickly. Soriano under center. And the offset eye. Toads want to bring the house. Soriano trying to draw the Toads off sides here.
They're going to punt it.
Let's see. Soriano waiting. And a timeout taken by the Toros. With 2:26 to go in regulation. The clock did not even run. And it will bring up a timeout for the Toros. No timeouts left for Matilda Torres High School.
If you're the Toros here, I think you got to punt it. You just burned a timeout.
You
trying
can't
to draw them outside. I think you almost got to punt it. You got to hope it punts deep, right? Of a rugby punt, right? And try to make Coalinga go the full yards to earn this win.
So here we go. The rugby punt stunned the Toads' special teams. But also, will the Toros pull a little Boise State out of their pocket? Remember Boise State last week at Valley Children's Stadium? Went for it on 4th down. Their punter threw it over to one of their people, one of their offensive guys, and got the 4th down, and they converted on 4th down. But here we go. As they are keeping the offense out here. No timeouts for the Toros and Matilda Torres High School. Here we go. It's the ball game, folks, here in Coalinga. Soriano under center. Hands it off. Fakes it. Runs to the left-hand side. Being chased by Deegan Brooks. Deegan Brooks trying to bring him down. He gets the 1st down, but wait, there's a penalty marker on the field at the 43-yard line. Let's see what the call will be here. Everybody trying to hold their breath here at Chuck Garner Stadium. If the flag goes the Toads' way, and let's see what the call will be. Let's see what the call will be here. As the referees are huddling up for the play, for the call. Now here's the call, and it's on the Toads. So the Horned Toads trying to get off the field here, and the Toads, faithful, not happy about the call. And a penalty has plagued the Toads all night long. 1st and 10 for the Toros here. If you're Jose Pease, with one timeout left, when do you want to burn this one right here, Blake?
Probably burn it right after this play.
So here they go. Horned Toads trying to stop the bleeding here. Here comes Soriano. Will be under center. So under 2 minutes to go in regulation. Up the gut he goes. Gets to the 45-yard line. That is Bass. And a timeout has been taken by the Toads. That's their final one in the ball game. And the Toads will try to stop it quickly here with 1:51 to go here in regulation. Alongside with the former Horned Toad Blake Wong, I'm Brian Welch. Glad to be a part of your Thursday evening. Our camera guy and spotter tonight is Richard Welch, the math teacher here at Coalinga High School. Glad to be a part of your Thursday evening wherever you may be watching Horned Toad football. It's now been a pleasant evening for the Toads indeed. Toads were behind from the start, and the Toads can pull an utter miracle out of the rabbit hat. It might be a rematch of the semifinals from last season between the Toros and Matilda Torres High School and the Shafter High School Generals. But a minute 51 to go in regulation. Anything can happen here, my friend. So here they go. 2nd down and 5 for the Toros out of the North Yosemite League. Here comes Soriano. Under center, running back in the backfield. Here we go. Soriano under center. Motions. Takes, snap, hands it off. Up the gut he goes, past the 40 to the 35. And that'll be enough for a Toros first down. The clock is still bleeding here in Coalinga, and the Toads cannot stop it. All they can do is look at the clock. Wow. 1st and 10 for the Toros of Matilda Torres High School. As the Toros will go into victory formation. Soriano under center, and the victory formation takes the snap and takes the kneel down. Probably one more knee or two more knees will do it. With 1:06 to go in regulation. So here we go. Under a minute to go here, 50 seconds in counting here. Here's the snap from Soriano as the cheers of the fans from Matilda Torres High School that made it all the way from Madera to watch this match in the quarterfinal round of the Division IV CIF Central Section playoffs. As the final seconds ticking off the clock here, 20 seconds indeed. Five seconds to go. And the horn sounds in Coalinga. Your Horned Toads fall 21-19 in the quarterfinal round of the Division IV CIF Central Section playoffs here at Chuck Garton Stadium. As the Horned Toads season comes to a close in a very frustrating and very confusing way here in Coalinga. 21-19, the final score here in Coalinga. We're bringing Blake Wong for our post-game show. This is a squad, a Horned Toad squad that will be bringing a lot of players back next season. But this is a team that will go down in the history books. This is a team that will go 9-3 on the season. As the Horned Toads shaking hands with the Toros. But this was not the evening the Toads wanted indeed. As this was a game that the Toads struggled to stop the Toros offense. This is a Horned Toad squad that will regroup and come back to fight another season in 2024. Just a frustrating one to end the season here, indeed, here at Chuck Garner Stadium. Blake, I want to get a couple final thoughts from tonight. Just a very frustrating one indeed. I mean, it felt like the Toads were down from the start. I mean, you just look at the defense was not able to find a way to get off the field, especially on third down. The Toros very good on third down, converting on fourth down. Just final thoughts about what everything happened tonight here in this quarterfinal rounds.
What it really came down to, I think, was Torres was just more disciplined. Torres stuck to their game plan. They ran the ball. They did the things that they wanted to do against us. And when things got really tough, when our back was against the wall, we responded. But I think we let too many bad things like snowball into one another instead of stop the bleeding after the first, maybe the second touchdown in the first half.
And this will be a game that will be looked at for many months in the mind of Coach Pease. The woulda, coulda, shouldas for this team. But this team will go 9-3. Probably the Toros will be going to Shafter High School. I know that the Toros will have their hands full with that general squad. That will be next week. That'll be a rematch of last year's semifinal round in the CIF Central Section Division IV playoffs. But the playoffs dream comes to an end here in Coalinga for your Toads of Coalinga High School, as Jose P is talking with his team one final time this season on the north end side of Chuck Garner Stadium. And as the fans walking out of the stadium here in disbelief and frustration, this is a team that has been playing since August. Remember, had that bye week all the way in the second week, technically week 1 of high school football in the CIF Central Section. This is a Horned Toad squad that has been playing their hearts out every week at home here at Chuck Garner Stadium or on the road at the West Sierra League. But Blake, one more thing before I let you go. Just your favorite moment of this team. I know we still have basketball season. You have Dylan Teixeira. You're going to have Gavin Watson on the floor for basketball season. But your favorite memory or moment of this season for this Toad squad?
I really just want to appreciate this team. I watched this team all season, and, we covered a couple of games. And I watched a lot of these games. And, one thing that I really am going to miss is, the relentless and the heart of this team. Especially I want to give credit and shout out to the defense, the seniors on this team, the leaders, Wyatt Worth, Branson Peters, Deegan Brooks, Ray Osuna. You guys will be missed. And thank you to everyone who's been tuning in. It's been a great season, but there's one thing I can say. The Toads will be back in 2024.
That's well said, my friend. And also I'd like to say thank you for working with me this season. I mean, we did a couple games. We did the Mendota game. We did tonight's game. But, I mean, you know what? Doing Horned Toad football here on the Toad Streaming Network, our second season doing football on my YouTube channel, Brian Welch, has been a blast to bring you all the sights and sounds of Horned Toad football here from the highest of highs and the lowest of lows. Where everyone here has put this broadcast together, from our camera crew, our camera guy, the math teacher himself, Mr. Richard Welch. He's waving his hand right there on the screen. And Mr. Blake Wong, I'm Brian Welch saying goodbye. Have a good night. For everyone here is also, they paid for the broadcast for the superintendent of the Coalinga Huron Unified School District, Miss Lori Villanueva. She was watching the broadcast tonight. Principal of Coalinga High School, Sheila Diaz. Athletic Director of Coalinga High School, Emily McFarland. I'm Brian Welch saying goodbye. Have a good night. Repeating the final score here from Chuck Garner Stadium in Coalinga, California. It's the Toros of Matilda Torres High School of 21 and your Horned Toads of Coalinga High School of 19. Thank you so much for watching Horned Toad football all